Welcome everybody who's having trouble on Doom Tower Hard. You want to get through here without all those crazy champions. You don't have those seers and the rest. I've got you covered. This team right here will beat 95% of all the Doom Tower waves in Doom Tower Hard. Things are interchangeable in here. The main ones that you want, though, are a burn champion. You can use this new guy who is way overpowered, your Vizix, and your Seal. So make sure you have these three, a burn champion, Vizix, Seal. The rest of this stuff can be whatever you want it to be. We'll talk about artifact sets and masteries. It makes a huge difference in you progressing through the game. So people on my stream, we stream for 2 to 3 hours, 5 times a week at least. Everybody always asks me every single day, especially since it gets closer and closer to reset, Stu, I'm having problems with 48. I'm having problems with 75, 72, 94. They say they have problems with this wave. They say they have problems with 109. You don't even have to ask about waves anymore. There's no reason to say, hey, Stu, what is going on with this wave? You're going to know how to beat it, exactly how to beat it, and it's going to be with people that you have access to it as long as you've been playing the game for a little while. 114 and 119 are completely different with the Siffy and Rotos, so go ahead and watch those videos if you're not familiar how to beat those waves. And then on 112 is a little bit different too because of Torment. Like how many Torment stages are out there? 112 is hard for people. Let's look over here and see what kind of Torments we're combating. We've got Torment on 67. That shouldn't be an issue. I don't hear a lot of people say I'm having problems on 67. We've got 68, 70. Okay, before the boss, that's easy. We've got 112 and then 113. Okay, so not too many of them out there for Torment to worry about. So again, this team is going to beat 98% of the Doom Tower, 96% of the Doom Tower, somewhere around there. I'm going to take you through 109 right now. I feel like 109 is the hardest of the hard when it comes to all these Doom Tower waves. So if you ask me about 96, 94, what was the one? Or any of the other ones that have Scortorsis, that also have Sky Touch Shamans, this is like the cream of the crop, the hardest one, because you have 4 champions you have to control. 4 total, 2 Sky Touch Shamans and 2 Mortu Macabres that you need to control. And if you can do this, then you can do all the rest except for 114, 119, and maybe 112 will give you some difficulty. Here we go. Let's actually take out Gnarlhorn and put in Archmage and keep Bellower in here. Bellower is always fun to use. Lots of AoE stuns with the stun set and the lockout. So here we're just going to let it fly. We'll let it run here. We've got that speed increase. We've got stuns going full auto right now on this wave, right? Full auto. Archmage doing his stuns as well. Provoke. This is it. I mean, these are Doom Tower waves. If we're not dealing with Mortu Macabres, even if we're dealing with Duchess, I know you're worried about Scartorsis removing all your stuff, or you're worried about Smash Lord removing all your debuffs and putting up block debuffs because we're not bringing in like a Madam to remove all that. Well, that's why we've got so much control. We've got so much control, we don't have to worry about that. They're all going to burn down. And if you're worried about that one Smash Lord or that one Scartorsis, you've already seen what we do. You come in here with the A1s from these two, and you just keep their turn meter down, and you make sure you provoke and stun them. It's not going to be a problem. So we'll stop now. We'll look at where everybody's at. They're all burned up, so when they take their turns, people are going to die. We'll do a 1 turn meter reduction on whoever needs it. And of course, we have a 3-turn cooldown to provoke or try to AoE stun if we needed that. But I don't think we're going to need to. Lockout from Bellower's A1. Let's go over here and just whittle these guys down. They're both burned, so whenever they take a turn, they're going to really get hurt and kill each other. I think at this point, yep. Or we would just turn meter reduce it like this. Boom, boom. There we go. All right, let's buff up with our speed increase. AoE provoke. See if we get it on everyone out there. We got it on. Wow. These two didn't get provoked. They got stunned only. That was, wow, that was a bad RNG for that. We're going to do AoE burns, and now we're just going to let it go on auto, right? That's it. He's going to try to AoE stun. We could actually have taken control of that and made sure he stuns later on. When things aren't being controlled, when they're a little out of control, like this one right here, he is out of control. No, this one in the back, guys, he's out of control. We are lucky he didn't have Peril unlocked right there. He's out, but this is what happens when you do auto. Okay, they're locked up now. Provoked when we didn't need a provoke, when they were all locked up and stunned again. Okay, I'm taking it off because I'm getting scared. I don't want to have to rerun it. It is best to do it this way. Even with the lockout, though, he can do Peril, which is weird. I've noticed that he can do Peril with a lockout, but he can't do it with a provoke. Obviously, he cannot Peril with provoke. So we're going to try to turn meter reduce him here. We got the stun as well. Look at that luckiness. We're going to speed up our team. And we're going to turn meter reduce this one. Doom, turn meter reduction. The Sky Touch Shamans are getting a little bit froggy. We're going to get it block out and stun. We're going to try to reduce, right, their skills. It doesn't really matter. This one is getting a little bit close. We're going to try to remove him back, but we got a stun. Even if we didn't get that stun, he hasn't taken a turn yet, so we could go this and try to get a stun on everybody, which we did. We got a lot of stuns from Archmage, but we have a provoke up. So it really didn't matter. We have a provoke up. We would have caught them off guard. So we're just going to do a turn meter reduction on who? Who? Doesn't matter. Let's do it on her because she's not really controlled. And now let's see if we get another stun or a lockout. No. We're going to get some burns up again on everyone. Got to have those burns constantly going. This stage, as you can imagine, it takes so long to kill everything. I also bring in a rare sentinel in here so that we can block all that healing, 100% block regen, and we get done with this much faster. We should have put sentinel in place of bellower. Damn it. That's how I normally come in here. Sentinel also provokes the way I have them set up. So we've got backup with provoke with sentinel, especially if one of these are loose. Sentinel will come in there and hit them and try to provoke them. Try to provoke a lot of these people because I have him in a taunting set and he provokes on his A1, but he also does AoE heal block, which makes this whole run so much faster. Now she's a little bit loose. We should do AoE provoke just to be careful. We don't want her taking a turn. If she removes everything, all our debuffs and puts block debuffs, we're in trouble. But with this speed increase, we're rotating through our abilities really quickly. And we're almost have one dead over here. Next time we're bringing in Sentinel to show you, because Sentinel I've used going up against the Magma Dragon. He's a rare champion. If you don't know who Sentinel is, go check out my video on Sentinel. Amazing. Amazing as a rare and amazing to bring in here as your 5th to make sure that they don't get all these heals. And this wave goes down just as fast as the first wave you saw. Let's do this next, but I feel like this video is going to be really long. This video is going to be really long, and really it's just showing you how to get through all the Doom Tower waves easily. All of them. Except for those other 3 that I already mentioned, right? There we are. We got to stun that up. We're going to get burns up on everyone again. And we're almost to the point, AoE provoke, to where maybe one of these Sky Touch Shamans will die. And if you have a Chak to throw in here instead of Bellower to do AoE freeze and to do AoE burns, and off of his passive, whenever a burn happens, you get healed, and whenever a freeze happens, you get turn meter increase on your whole entire team, it's a broken team to play with. It's nuts. I didn't want to show it yet because not a lot of people might not have him. So I didn't really want to start off with that one. I wanted to start off so you can get the idea of what's going on. With all the control, with all the burns, with all the stuns, with all the provokes, this is what happens. In turn meter decrease, boom, boom. Maybe we should have hit this one with turn meter decrease too. It's all right. We'll get to her in just a minute. We'll hit her up like this, boom. And she got stunned too. Now we're back to AoE provoke, so we're safe. No, we're not safe. We got resisted. Resistance. That can happen. We're going to be in a bad spot if he hits anybody now because we don't even have ally protect up. Ooh, this could be it. This could be a problem. It could be happening right here. Oh, we got lucky with a stun. Okay, we got unlucky at a 3% chance with that resistance, and now we just got lucky with a stun. I'll take it. I mean, come on. Come on, game. Stop cheating us out. We got a stun there as well. We're going to slow speed them. This is very important to keep them slowed, and we're going to try to get some stuns. Sure, let's try to get some more stuns. Stuns across the board. AoE again. All right, finally, a Sky Touch Shaman is down. Hallelujah. Crazy times, right? They're all taken care of. We're just going to do this instead of AoE provoke, right? It seems like, I know the clock is at 7 minutes and 55 seconds, so it seems like it's taking a while. But remember, you just do these stages one time and you're done with it. And if you've been trapped at these stages, this will help you. This will help you get through there. We're going to do the A1 with that, all right? Hopefully we'll be able to auto here soon and they can stop getting all these heals. Let's auto it. Let's hit auto here for a minute and see how safe we are. I don't feel safe. Man, I don't feel safe. I definitely did not feel safe. None of them go after him. Yeah, look at that. Man, I just don't feel safe. I got to stop doing that auto and messing us up. I really. Okay, well, we didn't need Bellower. Bellower was like the weakest link of our whole entire team. We're just going to continue through this and beat it, and we'll go on to the next stage. All right, here we are. We are on wave 3. Let's go. We don't need that Bellower. Don't worry about it. We're going to be just fine. We're going to AoE provoke. Here we've got 2 Sky Touch Shamans and 1 more 2. Does make it a little easier because we're only having to worry about taking care of that 1 more to Macabre instead of 2. Really, it makes it so much easier. So we're going to do AoE stun here. Got it off. Now we're going to save that AoE stun. We're just going to work on somebody else. We'll get the AoE slow speed, which is very important to have. Now we've got an AoE here, which really we don't want to pressure this more to. We got him stunned now. We've got stuns up here. We're going to try to stun everybody else. Great. And then we're going to turn me to reduce really this more to Macabre. He's the only real threat here. The Sky Touch Shamans, yeah, we're going to try to do, look at that, turn meter reduction, Evil Eye. We can keep, I really just like to keep this Mortu down. The rest of them, I'm not too crazy worried about. We definitely can't have the Sky Touch removed, like I said, and place up block debuffs. Otherwise, the debuffs are the name of the game, right? Getting up all these debuffs. But we have our turns coming around fast enough. We'll be fine with those. Mortu is provoked, so we just keep the cycle, right? Keep the cycle down. Keep the slow speed. Vizix is the best. She is the queen, along with this queen over here, right? You got to admit, they're both just Doom Tower queens. They're both progression queens to get you through anything in this game. So damn good. Look at that. Get back, get back. Turn meter reduction there. We're going to go with our shields again on our team. We're going to go with this. And I think we might be able to just select him and go forward. What do you think? Can we do it on full auto? Can we do it manually? Yes, but I don't know. I get tired of doing that, so I just want to hit auto. I'm lazy. I want to hit auto a lot of times, and hopefully we'll be okay. I think so. I think we'll just focus our attention on that. Turn meter reduction, having all these stun sets, because it's just one more to Macabre, and we'll let the rest of everybody else provoke all and stun all of these Sky Touch Shamans. I think we'll be okay. Looks like it so far. But it's RNG. Anything can happen, right? When you don't want a manual. When you don't want a manual, things could happen. Again, guys, this is every Doom Tower wave. You look at how easy it is right now. I know we struggled so far on that wave 2. We struggled a lot on that wave 2. But really, all the waves are like this. And this is the hardest wave. This, I mean, you're not going to have this issue with the waves with the Angar, with the Duchess, with the ones with Martyrs, or the ones with your Scartorsus, or any of that. You don't really have this many people that you have to worry about. You only have that one you have to worry about. That one Scartorsus, that one other thing else. Otherwise, everybody else is pretty much taking control of. You don't have to worry about somebody unlocking peril like this guy does. And then all those passive heals from that Sky Touch Shaman. And in another video, or you can go check out some of the stuff that I've done before, you can go see that Sentinel, that rare, come in here and block those heals to make that second wave so much faster. Just so much incredibly faster, because they're not getting that passive heal from Sky Touch Shaman then. Maybe you're not sold because it took us so long to go through that wave that it's the hardest wave besides 114, 119, and 112, and you're not sold on being able to full auto stuff in this game. That's fine. We'll go through this wave right here. We don't want to irritate these Valkyries with all of his buffs, so we're going to go with this guy, sure. We're going to hit it. We're going to make sure that we get a provoke off first, though, because the AI for this part isn't what I need it to be. It's not bad. It's just not what I need. I need that to happen first because she's the fastest. We take control. Now all these other people can do their things, right? We can do AoE stun. Boom. It would have been nice for you to do your damn AoE burn first there, Rock Guy, Lava Man. But we'll fix his AI with the upcoming patch. We'll fix that AI in a week from now. It's going to be so beautiful. Did you see somebody get feared from a Koth? That was crazy. But they're all handled. I mean, everybody's handled right now. Anybody who's not handled, we don't have to worry about it. Look, we don't have to worry about this. This isn't Sky Touch Shaman more to Macabre territory right now, right? We do have to worry if one of them pops off. It would be unfortunate, and we would have a lot of counterattacks coming back at us. But it wouldn't be the end of the world. We could still come back and overcome that. And since we're doing full auto every wave, you can, of course, always restart, do full auto again. Make sure at the very end you do your A1s and get them ready for the next wave. So don't worry about asking me anymore. Hey, Stu, what's going on with 48, 45, 49, 92, 93, 86, whatever else, 101, 102, 103. Don't even have to ask anymore. You know what to do. You put your stun sets on. You put people who provoke. You put people who do AoE. You have your Sylar. Sylar is the best. I've harped on her forever. Well, we get our skills back right now. Sylar on a stun set. Let's go look at all these champions and what they're geared like. So we would just do their A1s. We'd have their skills off cooldown. Wave 2, wave 3 would be the same exact. Let's go look at what kind of masteries you're going to need and what kind of gear you're going to need. So I have a stun set on Vizix. I think it's the best set in the world. I have everybody with HP speed boots. Because even though they do damage based off of defense, it doesn't matter. We get passive healing based off of max HP for this champion that's being healed. So I need her in high HP. She already has natively good defense. So I don't need to have to worry about loading her up with high defense to do more damage there. She's just here to control. So she's coming through this. She's just amazing. This is the best build I've done with her. I've used her in a frost set, a frost set, and a frost bite set. I've used her in a regen set. If you need a regen to keep her alive, that's fine. But this is by far the best build with her going through waves, and especially going through Doom Tower waves. And then for masteries for all these people, this is pretty much what it looks like. Fearsome Presence. You get up Leech as well. All the rest to get turn meter increase, Evil Eye, of course, Master Hexer to extend those decreased speeds and then take less damage if we get critical hit. All of them pretty much have the same exact masteries. She's in a stun set even though she stuns on her A3, but we get two different checks there for a stun, and this can be a weak hit, but it won't be a weak hit for the artifact. So we have two separate checks here at a high rate because we have them in a stun set, plus we have Master Presence, which gives us a 5% additional chance to stun. All the same stuff you saw before, Harvest Spare, kind of the same as Vizix, right? Same loadout there as far as masteries go, and we've got two different checks to stun. So here we've got an 18 plus 5, 23% chance to stun. And then on this AoE, we've got a 20, 35, 40, because we got that Fearsome Presence, chance to stun. So it's two different checks, which is great. This A1 is amazing. We use her in so many bosses in the Doom Tower and all the waves. Stun set, imagine that. Look at the masteries. No additional stun for the masteries because I didn't have enough accuracy on him. If I can get enough accuracy, I will for sure switch to Fearsome Presence so I have a higher percentage chance to stun from the stun gear that he's got on. Although he's got this AoE on a 3-turn cooldown, he's got another AoE on a 4-turn cooldown. Not as cool as Vizix with her two AoEs both on a 3-turn cooldown, but not too far off. This is where I told you where he can fear when they take a turn when they have a burn. Crazy that we get up all these burns on a 3-turn cooldown, and then we even get shields on ourselves based off of his max HP. So again, HP gloves, HP chest, speed boots, even though he does damage based off of defense. And so he's covered. And then we also had, what, this guy in here? This is just speed on. This is the only one that I don't have a stun set on. We just get our speed buff if we're going to use him. And then Sylar. Let me show you Sylar. So there wasn't anything fancy. Masteries don't even matter with him, even though I did give him a 5% chance additional to stun because this only goes up to, what, 70 or so? 50, 60, 75. So now it's up to an 80 to make sure we get those stuns off. And if you have a Sylar, you've seen me use her a million times in the Doom Tower, is the first person to go in there and slow them down. So all of other people can be at like 200 speed because we're going in there with her first, lowering their turn meter and decreasing their speed. And then she has AoE, decrease accuracy, which is really strong, and then AoE on her A1. So of course she's in a stun set, and of course she has Fearsome Presence. And then she's got Harvest to Spare and all the rest that you can see here. I think we had Bellower, same song and dance, right? Bellower in here is going to be exactly the same as we have her right now. Look at that, Bellower, Fearsome Presence. He's coming here with a stun set. Most of the speeds you saw in everybody, like Bellower, 205. What was Seal? Seal was at 212, I want to say. Vizix was our fast one because she's going before everybody else. So she's our fast one. Just like if I took her out and I put Sylar in there, or if I took her speed down to 200, I would have Sylar in there to be our fast one to make sure that the rest can go. So if Sylar's in there, then this 214, Seal's fine. She's good to go as well. She can go before the enemy goes and we can take control of the situation. We were using Gnarlhorn in there, and if you haven't seen my Gnarlhorn video, go watch that. It's a lot of fun for a rare champion to be this strong with a Frostbite and a Frost set. We get a 25% chance because we have Fearsome Presence to freeze them whenever he's attacked, and a 15% chance. Two different checks to freeze the enemy when they come in and attack him. Here is masteries that I've got on him so far, and he does the AoE Provoke, and then he does an Unkillable on himself. So really strong for a rare, really strong for getting through there, and he just keeps freezing people that come at him. But there was a lot of competition for provokes and people getting stunned, so whenever we used him, you didn't see people getting frozen that often. But if you watch the video I did with him where I'm bringing in everybody else to support him, and usually he's getting his provoke off to where they're running in at him all the time on 3-turn cooldown, we see a crazy amount of frozen people on the other team. Let us all know down below, did this help you out? Are you able to now progress or at least understand what we need to do to wrap these people up and to kill them with whatever burn champion you have? Just wrap them up, kill them with burns, keep them. Again, don't try to interchange. Don't try to come in here and be like, oh, I want to bring in a DPS champion here, and then I want to bring in decreased defense here. Then you're not going to have the control you need, and it's going to fall apart, and you're going to be like, Stu, what were you talking about? It didn't work. You got to have that control. Control upon control. If you want to bring in a Seeker for single, there's our man. There's the man I was talking about. Look at him. He is a beast. He is in a provoking set. Also, he provokes on his A1. I've got him in a provoke set with Fearsome Presence to have a higher percentage chance to provoke. He's at 100% chance to crit, and he will apply 100% heal reduction on the enemy. I used him as a rare to go up against the Magma Dragon. He's great. Go watch my Magma Dragons for that if you have a rare and you don't have a really good provoker. A Seeker will do that A1. Constant A1 provoke. So then if you do have one get loose, one more to Macabre get loose or something, you keep having that Seeker come in every turn to provoke that. So you could have whatever else we had, and then a Seeker in here, or anybody else that does really good with provoking. Obviously, if you have an Angar, if you have a Torment, if you have a Warlord, something cheatery like that in this game, you can use all those champions, right? You easily use all those glorious legendary champions if you have them to substitute in. But as the most part, I would make sure that you always use this team right here as a foundation for your group. This team right here for control, for stuns, and for burns is what you really want. Make sure you have that. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate your time. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.